I would like to tell you people, please come fast. And again, a sincere request to you people, if you want to see our notification, if you want to see our new live sessions, our new videos, please do subscribe our YouTube channel Shikuyaa, download our app from Play Store, which is Shikuyaa, and subscribe on Telegram to us. So it's a sincere request. So before starting, I can see lots of students are right now coming in. So shall we start with the session? Before starting the session, I would like to request that please have your notebook with you, so that whatever we are going to see in this live session, you will be taking it on your notebook, so that after this live session you can practice it on your own. See, practice always makes man perfect, because only saying it for once you will not be able to calculate or do it practically. So I would rather suggest you to keep your notebook with you, so that you can write it down. Basically, right now we are starting with our session. Okay, so going with our session, the first thing, if I'm quite clearly visible to you and clearly audible to you, please press 1, otherwise press 0. It's a question to you guys. If my voice is clearly audible and my board behind me is clearly visible to you, please press 1, otherwise press 0. I'm waiting for your reply, guys. If my voice is clearly audible, the board behind me is clearly visible to you guys, please press 1, otherwise press 0. See, in the last session, what we have seen is the average problem with assumed average concept. Good evening, Snehal. Good evening, Ajay. Good evening, Tejas. Thank you very much. By seeing your reply, I can confirm that my voice is audible and the board behind me is quite visible. I can see lots of people are coming right now. Hello, Pankaj. Thank you very much. Good evening. See, people are coming right now live. Okay, guys, shall we start with our session now? Snehal, good evening. Very good evening, Snehal. Shall we start our session? See, you guys know that we have seen the assumed average concept in the last live session. If you have missed it, please go and watch that. But in this session, in this live session, what we are going to do is we are going to see how weighted average problem is solved, and that particular problem is converted into C coding. Very interesting. So starting with the first thing, which is the definition of weighted average, how weighted average is calculated, by using which formula we are calculating the weighted average. You can see on the board over here, weighted average equals to sum of weighted terms divided by number of terms. What is the definition? What is the definition of weighted average? Weighted average equals to sum of weighted terms divided by number of terms. Very good. I can see lots of people coming in. Pallavi, very good evening. Very good evening. Nice to see you guys on live session. I bet you that you are going to get lots of good information in this live session. So please stay on. I can see lots of people also in our app. Aditi, board is not visible. Okay, we'll do something. We'll do something. Wait a minute. We'll do something. Aditi, see, if you can see the board, please reply with yes. so that we can make some adjustments, or we can go forward? Okay, okay, Aditi, thank you very much. Now, as you can see that on the board, the definition of weighted average equals to sum of weighted terms divided by number of terms. Now, from this definition, I think you are well aware of this chapter, you are well aware of the problems exactly. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is, we are going to take a simple example so that you will get every idea of the weighted average term. Now, starting with the problem, if you have your notebooks with you, please write it down so that you can practice it afterwards. It's my sincere request, please write the program so that you can practice it afterwards. See, in this particular example, what we are going to do is, we are going to take average marks of students of a particular college having different branches. Okay, see, for example, average marks and number of students, I think you people are exactly seeing what I am writing on the board. See, if a particular college contains 4 branches, branch 1, branch 2, branch 3 and branch 4. See, we are taking a problem or an example of weighted average problem. How we are taking it? First of all, we are going to get average marks of 4 branches. After that, we are going to get the number of students available or in that particular branch. For example, if suppose average marks of first branch students in a particular subject is 20, that of branch 2 is having 25. In branch 3, the students are having average marks as 15. I would like to request, please write it down as I am solving it on the board. Please write it down. And the branch 4 students average mark for a particular subject will be 30. See, we are calculating the weighted average. Now, if I tell you that please calculate the average of these 4 numbers, you can directly calculate. How? Can you remember the last lecture, last live session? Average can be calculated by adding all these numbers divided by total numbers. That means 20 plus 25 plus 15 plus 30 divided by 4. But in this case, in this particular problem, the number of students of each branch are different. And if the number of students of each branch are different, you have to calculate the weighted average. If you want to calculate the simple average of these numbers, then the number of students must be equal. In this case, if the number of students are 20 for branch 1, 15 for branch 2, 30 for branch 3 and 40 for branch 4. All in all, we can see that there are total number of students which equals to 105. Just keep it in mind, this particular number. Okay, what we have seen, we have taken a college which is having 4 branches, branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Now we are going to get the average marks and number of students of each branch. The average marks for branch 1 is 20 and number of students are 20. Branch 2, 25, number of students are 15. Branch 3, 15, number of students are 30. Branch 4, 30 and number of students are 40. Have you got this question? Have you got this question? If yes, please press or please write into comment box as yes, otherwise no. If no, I can explain it again. Shall we go? Shall we go move? Okay, I can see that you can understand the problem. Please write it down. Please write it down. Now, as the number of students in each branch is different, we cannot directly calculate the average. So what we have to do is, we have to, thank you Sneha, thank you Ajay, thank you Snehal, thank you. Now, as the number of students in each branch are different, we have to calculate the weighted average. How we are going to calculate the weighted average? Very simple. First of all, what we have to do is, we have to calculate the average marks of students of each branch. Calculate the average marks of each student of each branch. How we are going to calculate the average marks of each student of each branch? Simple. Or we can say total marks, or we can say total marks. How we can calculate the total marks of students of each branch? Simply average marks into number of students. See, we are going to calculate the total marks of each branch students. So how we are going to calculate the total marks of each students? Total marks equals to average marks into number of students. Total marks equal to average marks into number of students. Now, if I want to calculate the total marks for branch 1, how will be that? Branch 1 equals to average marks, which are 20, and number of students, which are 20. So the total marks of the students present in branch 1 will be 400. Can you calculate the total marks of students present for branch 2, branch 3 and branch 4? Please, I am waiting for your answers, guys. See, we have calculated the total marks obtained by students of branch 1. Okay, now what you have to do is calculate the total marks of students for branch 2, branch 3 and branch 4. I am waiting for your answers, guys. Please answer in comment box. Otherwise, I'll take it. Please answer. Go fast. Try it once. Please answer fast in the comment box. Okay. Branch 2, 375. Very good. Pratiksha. For branch 3, branch 2 it will be 25 into 15, which is 375. Very good, Pallavi. Very good. For branch 3, Sneha, very good. 375, 450 and 1200. Very good, guys. You are trying it. Very good. Durva, very good. Correct. Pratiksha, very good. Nice. Very good. Yeah, I can see that you people are trying. So it is very beneficial for you guys. So branch 1, the total marks will be 400. For branch 2, the total marks will be 375. For branch 3, the total marks will be 15 into 30, which equals to 450. Yes, correct, which equals to 450. And for branch 4, the total marks will be equal to 30 into 40 equals to 1200. Now, you people have got the total marks for each and every branch. Now, let me clear the board first. I think you have wrote it down into your notebooks. Let me clear the board first. Then we'll start with the further problem. See, we have calculated the total marks for branch 1, which is 400. For branch 2, it is 375. For branch 3, it is 450, I think. Is it? Yes, 450. and for branch 4 it is 1200. You people are having that. You people are having that. Very good. Very good. I can see that lots of people are giving answers in the comment box. Very good. Now, how to calculate the weighted average? If you can remember the first formula, sum of weighted terms divided by number of terms, sum of weighted terms divided by number of terms. That means if we want to calculate the weighted average, it will be like sum of total marks divided by total number of students. Can you please calculate this? Can you please calculate this? I am waiting for your answer. Weighted average equals to sum of total marks divided by total number of students. Now you can see that sum of total marks means 400 plus 375 plus 450 plus 1200. 400 plus 375 plus 450 plus 1200. Now I am waiting for your answer. Please calculate the sum of these numbers. It will be equal to I am waiting for your answer. Please comment in the comment box. If we want to calculate the weighted average, how we are going to calculate the weighted average? Weighted average equals to sum of total marks. Now total marks we have already calculated: 400, 375, 450, 1200. Very good, Sneha. You have directly reached to the answer. Very good. I appreciate your efforts. Very good, Sneha. Now, very good, Kirtiraj. Very good. You directly reached to the weighted average answer. So, the total number of students, we have calculated the total number of students already. That is 105 is the summation of all the numbers. So dividing it by 2425 divided by 105, the answer will be 23.09. The answer will be 23.09, which is the weighted average of all the students, which is the weighted average of all the students. All students are equals to 105, and it is the subject's average mark. Hope you have understood the problem. It is very simple because you people are already aware of it. I explained this particular thing on board is to just brush up your knowledge. Gitesh, very good, correct. Pratiksha, very good, correct. See, on the app we have Gitesh, Pankaja, Nishigandha, Priyanka, Komal, Vaishnavi. Very good. Very good. You people are doing very good. Now the twist. Up to solving this problem, you people are well aware of it. Now the twist begins. Now the exact twist begins. First of all, I would like to make myself confirm that you guys know this problem or understand this problem. If yes, please comment in the comment box. अगर आपको ये प्रॉब्लम समझ में आया हो तो प्लीज कमेंट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिए यस. अगर नहीं आया हो तो नो डाल सकते हैं आप. प्लीज आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स गाइज इन एप्लीकेशन ऑल्सो. वेरी गुड वैष्णवी, वेरी गुड कोमल. मैं समझता हूं कि आपको ये प्रॉब्लम समझ में आ गया है. वेरी गुड स्नेहा, वेरी गुड. यस गितेश, यस अजय. Now we are moving towards yes Durva. Priyanka Rathod, no. See Priyanka, first of all I would like to explain this again in a very quick manner. First of all, we have taken the average marks of all the students. Okay, For branch 1, branch 2, branch 3 and branch 4. After that we have taken the number of students of each branch. In order to calculate the weighted average, what we have to do is, first of all, we have to calculate the total marks of each branch. Now, in order to calculate the total marks of each branch, what we have done? We have calculated the multiplication of average marks into number of students. So, we got some answer like, for branch 1, the total marks will be 400, branch 2, total marks will be 375, branch 3, total marks will be 450, and for branch 4, the total marks will be 1200. Now, if we want to calculate the weighted average, what we have to do is, do sum of all the things, like this sum will be 2425 divided by 105, so that we'll come to the conclusion that the weighted average equals to 23.09. Hope Priyanka, you have got the information right. Okay, please note it down so that you can practice it afterwards after this live session. Thank you very much. Now we are moving towards the tricky part of this live session. That means converting this particular program into C code. See, you guys can remember that in the last live session I have gone through all the basic details of C coding. Now we are going directly to see the program. I'll explain the program and then execute the program. Okay, so you can see on your screen the program. I think you people are having the program on your screen, is it? You can see the code on your screen. Okay, very good. Now, if you can remember what we have done, first of all, we took average marks, then total number of students for each and every branch. Okay, in that way we are going in this particular problem. See, you can see in the first line itself, hash include stdio.h. I have already explained this. If you want to see this again, go and watch our first live session so that you will come to know what this stdio.h, what hash is, why void main is used, like that only. See, in this particular program, what we have done, you can see on the screen. First of all, in the main function, because every C program starts with main function. Okay, we have declared one multi-dimensional, or we can say two-dimensional array, which is br42. Now, first of all, let me explain what is array. See, an array is nothing but collection of same type of elements. That means, if you can understand the definition of an array is collection of same type of elements arranged in a particular manner. Okay, now what is meant by same type of elements? If a particular array contains only numbers, that will be an integer array. If an array contains characters, that will be a character array. So in this way, an array contains same type of elements. One dimensional array is there, two dimensional array is there, multi-dimensional array is there. So in this particular program, we have used a two-dimensional array. You can see that on your screen, the array's data type, this int is a data type, you already know. That array's data type will be int, and we have declared a variable for that array as br. Br is for branch. See, in this first square shaped box, you can see the number 4, and in the second thing, you can see the number 2. Now, the first box is for the number of rows. The first box is for number of rows, and the second box is for number of columns. Now, why is it required? See, in the example what we have taken, We have taken 4 branches. That's why the number of rows are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Okay, got it? Now the number of columns are 2. How the number of columns are 2? First of all, we are going to get average marks in the first column, and in the second column, what we people are going to get? The total number of students. You got it? If suppose we took 2 entries for 4 things, what will be the multiplication? The total numbers will be 8. That's why if you calculate this, 4 into 2, it will be equal to 8. That means 8 numbers will be there. Got it? Understood? I think you people are understanding this. See, in the first try itself, you cannot directly master in this particular thing. You have to practice it a lot. You have to see this live session again and again. So that, and I would like to request, please take the screenshot, or otherwise we will be posting this particular program into the comment box. Okay, and in description box you will get that particular program. Just practice it, and again after live session, if you do have any queries related to it, you will definitely come to us. Okay, we'll definitely answer your questions. Now starting with again the program, we have declared one multi-dimensional array. Why we declare multi-dimensional array? In order to take the average marks and total number of students from the user. That's why we have declared an integer type multi-dimensional array, or we can say a 2-dimensional array. The first block is for number of rows and the second block is for number of columns. Very good. After that, we again used a data type float. See, average will be either in float or in whole number. Okay, so we have declared it in float weighted average. This is a variable. This particular variable is going to store the last result, which is 23.09. Okay, that problem only I'm going to solve over here. Weighted average. The next thing you can get on your screen is total students. We have to get, see, we have to get total number of students in order to calculate the weighted average. So we have declared total students over here, and it is initialized to 0. So when we are going to calculate the sum of number of students, the first summation will be 0. After that, we are going to add the number of students in that 0. So that first of all, it is initialized to 0. After that, total marks is again a variable of float type, and it is also initialized to 0. Why it is initialized to 0? I am going to explain in this further statements. Now, see, while converting that particular program into a C code, what we have to do is we have to ask the user to enter average marks and total number of students. What we have to do is we have to ask the user average marks and total number of students, and it must be displayed on the output screen so that the user can read it and do accordingly. So we have used a statement. If we want to display anything on the screen by using C code, we are going to use printf statement. So in printf statement, we have displayed enter the average marks and number of students for each branch. How many branches are there? 4 branches are there. That's why the user must have to enter it 4 times. Now, if we want to store those numbers into variables that we have already declared, the variable names are total students and total marks. Okay, so in order to store that number into the variables that we have declared, or we can say we have taken already, we have taken already the branch, okay, as multi-dimensional array, and we are going to store this average marks and total number of students into that particular thing. See, there are 4 entries for branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Now you can see that in array the position will be from 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 records are there. The position in the array will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. That's why in the for loop we have displayed or we have declared a variable I which is of type integer, and it will be firstly initialized to 0. After that, that I is less than 4. Why it is less than 4? Because see, when the positions are 0, 1, 2, 3, there will not be any 4. Okay, either the records are 4, but the first record will start at the location 0, second will be at 1, third will be at 2, and fourth will be at 3. That's why we are going to enter all the 4 records. There will not be any fourth location. That's why the value of I must be less than 4, and after that we are going to increase the I, value of I. Now how this particular thing works, see, again in the printf statement we have declared branch. Now each and every user will enter for branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. See, BR1 %D is for taking the number. For which branch the user is going to enter the average marks and total number of students. See, that's why we have displayed over here branch %D. %D is the format specifier that we already know. %D is the format specifier that we already know, and this format specifier is of data type integer. If there will be %F, the data type will be float, like that only we have seen in the last live session. So we are going to store this number, or we are going to display that particular thing by storing it in I. Now I plus 1 is there. I plus 1 is there. Why? When user enters for branch 1, it will be incremented to branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Like that we have displayed over here I plus 1. So each time when this particular condition satisfies, if first of all the memory location will be 0, so I's value will be 0. 0 is less than 4. If you can remember, 0 is less than 4, this condition will get satisfied. Then after satisfying this condition, these statements in the for loop will get executed. Now first statement will be branch 1, branch 1. Now %D, this first %D in scanf statement, this first %D will be for average marks, and the second %D is for the number of students. Okay, now how it is going to store in the system? By using the address of operator. By using what? The address of operator. Now when we are going to use the address of operator, it will automatically stored in the BR. See, you can see that address of BRI0, address of BRI1. Now if you can see that here, we have used I, and here a constant 0. Again here I and the constant 1. Now if you can see on the screen itself, I am going to explain something. Visualize that you have 2 columns and 4 rows. Visualize you have 2 columns and 4 rows. Rows is for branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Okay, and the columns are for average marks and number of students. Now the positions are like branch 1 0 1 2 3, branch 1 branch 2 branch 3 branch 4, 0 1 2 3, and the columns are average marks 0 and number of students, the location will be 1. Okay, got it? I think you have got the situation. Visualize. If you want to develop a program, you must have visualization power. Okay, so we have kept the value of I moving, and the next the value of column will be same. That's why when a particular user will enter average marks, okay, average marks, this is for first location. That means the user firstly is entering the average marks and number of students for row 1, branch 1. Again the I will get incremented. Again the user, the condition will get satisfied because I's value now will be 1. I's value now will be 1, and 1 is less than 4. 1 is less than 4, condition gets satisfied, again these statements will get executed. Now the user can enter the data for second row for branch 2. Again i's value incremented, now the i's value will be 2, again 2 is less than 4, so that this particular statement or condition is satisfied, again these two statements executed, so that the user can now enter the details for branch 3. This is the third record or third row we can see. Now for the last row, the I is again incremented. Okay, now the i's value moves from 2 to 3. Again you can see that 3 is less than 4, 3 is less than 4, that's why this condition again get satisfied and these two statements will be automatically executed. Now after execution of these statements, now the user can enter the values for row 4 or we can say the branch 4. Now again the value of I increases by 1. Here only you can see that I plus plus, now the value of I shifted from 3 to 4. If the value of I is now 4, this condition will be false. Why? Because if i's value is 4, 4 is not less than 4, 4 is equal to 4. That's why this particular statement or this particular condition will get false answer and the loop is terminated. Okay, now after executing this particular loop, if you can see on your screen, after executing this particular loop, a user can enter 4 rows and 2 columns. 4 rows and 2 columns. How? Branch 1 average marks and number of students. Branch 2 average marks, number of students. Branch 3 average marks, number of students. Branch 4 average marks, number of students. Okay. Now after terminating with this for loop, again we are going to the next for loop. Now this next for loop, what this particular for loop is going to do? See, we have entered all the details now. We have average number of marks, okay, of all the students. We have number of students for all the branches. We have ample amount of data. Now what we have to do is, first of all, what we have done in the example that we have displayed, we have calculated, as you can see on the board, we have calculated the total number of marks for per branch. Here again we have used the for loop, same as like previous one. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 4 and I plus plus. See, I can understand that this particular program is somewhat tricky, but take a screenshot, get the program from our description box and then practice it once. Listen to me carefully first, listen the logic first, practice it again. Okay, after repetitive practice sessions, you will come to know how the program is converted into a C code, how the problem is converted into C code. Now come to the screen. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 4, I plus plus. Now first of all, the i's value will be 0. The condition will get satisfied because 0 is less than 4. Now if 0 is less than 4, we can enter in the for loop because condition is satisfied already. Okay, now we are going to calculate the total marks. How we are going to calculate the total marks? Average marks into number of students that we have already calculated on the board. See, total marks equal to total marks plus. Now this total mark variable will have a value 0. Go on to the start of the program. Here you can see that in the float data type we have declared a variable total marks which is initialized to 0. So firstly the value of this particular variable will be 0. Now how the statement will look like? 0 plus 0 plus. Now what these variables are? If you can remember, we have declared a two-dimensional array for putting or for storing the values of average mark and number of students for each branch. So we have kept again I variable and the column, we are moving on, we are keeping the rows as variable and we are keeping the column as constant. How? If you can see that, I'll explain it. BR of I0 into BR of I1. Now the I's value will be 0 here, both these two. See, if you can remember the column that we have seen, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1. 4 rows, 0, 1, 2, 3, 2 columns, 0, 1. Now the I's value firstly will be 0, 0. 0, 0. Where the value of first branch, first average mark is stored. That will be added over here. Into now the I's value is 0 again, that means first row, and the next value is 1, that means number of column, number of second column. This is the number of second column in which we have entered the value of number of students. So this particular statement, what it says, you can see that BR of 0, 0 into BR of 0, 1. Now we have done the multiplication of average students, average of marks and number of students, that we have already calculated over here. And this particular thing, this multiplication is added into total mark, which is 0. Okay. Now again we have to calculate the total number of students. See, if you can see that here we have calculated the total number of students and divide it to calculate the weighted average. Okay. Again, now these two conditions satisfied, these two statements executed, I will be incremented. Now I's value is 1. First of all, I's value is 0. Statements executed. Second, I incremented. I's value will be now 1. 1 is less than 4 again. Again, you are going to calculate the sum and multiplication. After that, you are going to calculate the total number of students. How this particular logic works? Now, it is for second row. See, I's now value will be 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. That means second row, both the columns. Second row, both the columns. Okay, it is satisfied. You have calculated the total number of students. After that, again, I's value will be incremented. Now, I's value will be 2. 2 means the third row. As we know that 4 branches are there, 0, 1, 2, 3. If I's value will be 2, the records we are going to get it from row 3. Okay, row 3's record we have got it. After that, we multiplied the records and add it in total marks. Now the value of total marks is increasing as we are adding the number of marks and the total number of students. The value of total marks is increasing. How? We are going to see that. Now again, I's value is incremented. Now the I's value will be 3. Okay, 3 means the fourth row as 0, 1, 2, 3. Now from the third row, from the fourth row, we are going to get the records and calculate the total marks and total number of students. After executing these two statements, we have terminated the for loop, because the I's value will get incremented from 3 to 4, and if I's value is equal to 4, this particular condition will get unsatisfied because 4 is not less than 4. Okay, got it? Now again, after terminating this particular statement, this particular for loop, we are going to print the total marks. Okay, here in this particular thing, printf total marks is equal to %f. %f is the format specifier because we have declared the total marks variable as float. Or here you can see that in the third row. Okay, here you will get what? The total marks of students. After that, here we are going to display the total number of students that we have already calculated over here. You can see that in the for loop. Okay, we are going to calculate the total number of students, and after calculating we have to display it. Now see, you can see that we have calculated the total marks, we have calculated the total number of students. Now the only thing remains is the calculation of weighted average, and as you know that the weighted average is equal to sum of total marks divided by total number of students, which is, you can see that from the diagram, 2425 divided by 105. You can take any number, you can take any number. Because I have explained the same, because I have explained the problem over here on the board, I am going to use the same input for that program. Here we have calculated the weighted average. You can see that I have highlighted this statement. Weighted average equals to total marks divided by total students. Weighted average equal to total marks divided by total students. Now we are printing the weighted average equals to %f, because the variable is of data type float and we are taking the value from the variable weighted average. See, this is the program. At once you cannot really going to get it directly. You have to take the screenshot, you have to practice it in order to understand it thoroughly. Okay, if you have any doubts afterwards also, by seeing the lecture, by seeing the live session, you can have the answers. Okay, just write in the comment box, we are going to get the, and you are going to get the answers from us. Okay, now we are going to execute the program. How we are going to execute the program? You can see on the screen a run button is there. If we press this, you can see on this screen. See, first of all, what we have displayed on the screen, enter the average marks and number of students for each branch. Now if we want to enter the average marks and number of students for each branch, if you can remember the example, what values we have taken for branch 1, it will be 20 average marks and number of students are 20 again. Okay, press enter. You can see that now it is asking for branch 2. First column will be of average marks and the second column will be of number of students. So for branch 2 we have taken the values like 25 and 15. Average marks are 25 and number of students are 15. If you can see that the output, again enter. Again enter. For branch 3 we are going to enter the details. Okay, 15 and 30. If you have noted it down, the problem, we are taking the same values that we have explained in the problem. Again enter. For branch 4 we are taking the same values like 30 average marks and 40 the total number of students. See, you can see in the diagram, first of all the program have asked us or asked the user to enter the average marks as well as the number of students. For branch 1 we have given the values like 20 average marks, 20 number of students. For branch 2, 25 average marks, 15 number of students. For branch 3, 15 average marks, 30 as number of students. And for branch 4, 30 as average marks and 40 as number of students. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to calculate the weighted average. See, first of all, what we have displayed, the total marks. We have to calculate the total marks and we have calculated, we have implemented in the C code total marks. After that we have calculated total sum and then we have calculated weighted average. If you press enter over here, you will get total marks equal to 2425 that we have already implemented in the program by using the for loop. Total students equals to 105 that we have also implemented in the program and calculated over there and displayed over there, and the weighted average equals to 23.09. If you want to take it by using some other examples, just copy this program, Line number 18, total students. Oh, Pratiksha Patil has some answer. Pratiksha Patil has some question. Sir, can you please explain line number 18? Please go to line number 18. Okay. See, Pratiksha, here we have calculated total number of students. How we are going to calculate the total number of students? How we are calculating? We are just adding each and every branch number of students. For first branch, the number of students are 20. For second, it is 15. For third, it is 30. And for fourth branch, it is 40. Okay. See, you can see that here, this particular variable is for, you can see we have taken a two-dimensional array BR I1. The first value of I will be 0. The first value of I will be 0. Branch 1's first line, or we can say the total number of students. The total number of students for branch 1 will be 15. Again, we are taking the second branch number of students is 15. We are taking third branch number of students 30, and lastly we are taking the fourth branch number of students will be 40, and we are going to add all these number of students to calculate the total number of students. And here, after executing it, see, if we can run this program, you can see that, see, now we are entering the details for each and every branch. Branch 1, it is 20, 20. Okay, for branch 2, it is 25, 15. For branch 3, it is 15, 30. And for branch 4, it is 30. Sorry. For branch 3, it is 15 space 30. And for branch 4, it is 30 and 40. If you press enter, okay, you will get total number of marks, which we have implemented already in the C code. Second, you will get total number of students as 105. Again, you can calculate the weighted average, which is 23.09, that we have already calculated on the board. If you have any doubts, I think you have understood the problem. Okay. See, at once, I cannot guarantee that you fully understood the problem. What you have to do is, we are going to display this particular problem in our description box. Just copy from it, run again. You can use different values, read the program again. If you cannot understood the program, you can write it in, write it in our comment box, so that we are going to give you the answers related to this problem. If you have understood the problem, press 1, otherwise press 0. If you have any doubts, you can write it in the comment box. Please, I am waiting for your answers, guys. See, I know that this particular problem is difficult to understand at once, but if you practice it again and again, you will come to know how this particular program is coded. I am waiting for you guys. Yes, Priya, very good, very good. You understood. Priyanka Rathod, very good. Sneha Bedse, very good. I appreciate your efforts, guys. Ajay, yes, very good. Ojas sir, very good. Pratiksha, very good. I appreciate. Thank you, Pratiksha. Thank you very much. See, coding can be done only through by practice. You cannot remember the program. You cannot, just by seeing the program you can understand it. You have to do lots of practice in order to code these type of problems into C language. So today I would like to thank all the members present over here, and I wish you best of luck. Again, please, I would like to request you guys, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel Shikuyaa, follow us on Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn, and join our Telegram channel. Okay, this is my sincere request, and if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment box so that we can come to you and answer you. We are going to have